Hello everyone and welcome back to the Espresso Repair. Here we have this beautiful La Pavoni Piccola. Now this version I believe is the version 1.6 which was released in around 1973 if I'm not mistaken. For this machine we had to replace the gaskets, and this was very hard. This was one of the hardest gaskets I have ever removed from a La Pavoni machine. These are the little gaskets that I removed, but to remove the gasket that was here on the side glass, it was super hard. Getting the piston out as well and getting the steamer was almost impossible. I sadly damaged the spindle that you see right here in order to remove it. The gasket that is located right here basically is completely hardened and almost like welded to the whole assembly. I can barely move it. Like, it's so hard in here. Like, it was completely seized up. I had to really grab these, and that's after soaking it for a couple of days with a solution to loosen up this area. I had to remove the entire assembly. The whole thing that you see right here had to be removed, and then I had to replace the entire spindle, the entire thing that you see right here. So yeah, sadly remove damaged the spindle, but this part was impossible to really remove, and it was super hard. Once I got it out, everything went pretty smoothly. Had a little troubles getting the Grouphead, the appropriate gasket for the Grouphead, but I was able to get a nice seal after I put a silicone a Teflon spacer on top of it. There you go. We can now insert our portafilter. As you can see, perfect perfect position. The machine is gonna heat up, and once it heats up, we're gonna see steam coming out from the safety valve being right here. For this machine, we did not touch the electronics. The electronics were touched by somebody else. They completely used this silicone paste at the bottom of them. I'm gonna show it to you. There you go. There you go. You can see the silicone parts of the base. We did not touch any of that wiring. We did not touch any of those electronics. We only did the gaskets. Perfect. The machine is about to be pressurized. Now these machines do not have a pressure stat or nothing that controls the temperature. You basically are the one that controls the temperature. You have just the minimum and the maximum switch. You put it on the second position, on the maximum, to start building up pressure, but the machine will not stop heating. It will continuously heat, and it's so easy to damage these machines. So one of the things that you have to be aware is how much steam pressure you have in there. Once you see steam coming out from here, you basically put it to the minimum as soon as you see steam here. You don't want to overheat your machine. You also don't want to burn your coffee, and you want to keep this machine working for longer, especially with the gaskets. There you go. And now we go to the minimum position, and that's when you know your machine is not ready to steam and brew. We remove some of that excess pressure because we're going to be putting an espresso shot. We don't want to have a lot of steam in there. And now the machine is ready to brew. We're going to be putting a shot just in a bit. I'm going to just prepare that pot and remove it from here. And now we can pull a shot. Since the machine is up to temperature, we can heat on the third position, which is this is the maximum position. That's to get the machine up to temperature. We're gonna see steam coming out from here once it's ready, and then once it's ready, we can switch it back to the minimum, or we can turn it off. There you go. Now it's ready. We put it to the minimum. We're gonna be releasing a little bit of steam because I don't like it to be too hot. We can use that steam to warm up our cup. There you go. As you can see, definitely quite a lot of steam pressure in here in this machine. There you go. You're gonna turn it off so that way the machine is not too hot, because for espresso you don't want to have this machine way too hot. You just want to have the machine around 200 degrees. It starts to steam around 220. There you go. And the temperature of the boiler usually is around 250 degrees Fahrenheit. So you definitely don't want to be brewing at that temperature. You want to be brewing around 200. So you don't want it super hot. Once it's up to temperature, you can hear that gentle steaming. You can now raise the lever up. I will push water into the front of the group head. You can leave it there for a couple of seconds to do pre-infusion, and then you can do extraction. Unfortunately, the grind that I'm using is very fine. I'm using the same grind I use for my Espresso, so I will have to redo that shot in a bit. Now we can pull our shot. Now sadly my grind was not fine enough. I tried to calculate a good grind with this espresso machine. It went pretty fast and we barely got any crema. So I'm gonna have to do that again with a different grind setting. This grind is coming from my Eureka La Specialista. Hopefully we can get a good shot as well. There you have it. Great shot of espresso coming from this beautiful La Pavoni from 1973. Completely refurbished with brand new gaskets, even though it was very hard to remove the gaskets from the piston, side glass, and especially the steamer. We were able to service it and make it work and pressurize properly where it's supposed to. Excellent steam pressure, minimum and maximum position of the machine working the way this should be. Thanks so much for repairing with the Lucas Espresso Repair. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the like and hit that bell.